did become good mates with Ryan Thomas, and we got a bit of history with that whole story on this programme because we had Roxanne Pallett in, and it was very ugly, that situation. How do you see it now?
I've not watched anything back. I just view or I take my opinions from what I saw in front of me at the time. I've seen a couple of clips where I was actually in the kitchen when it was going on.
You can see this now. So look, this is the shadow boxing.
Yeah, and I'm just flabbergasted that I was even in the room whilst it was going on.
He doesn't do anything, and then she says he's beaten her black and blue or whatever.
Yeah. Look, I was speaking to Ryan yesterday just about something else, and Roxanne from minute one was in the middle of an act, and she was just playing up to the camera. Like, I was there 24 hours a day. You see 50 minutes of it on the TV. She was bouncing out of bed at 7 a.m, jumping and dancing for the cameras, and she'd still be doing that at 3 o'clock the following morning, playing up to the cameras all the time. And my way of looking at it as it unfolded is she thought there was a way to grab some camera time. And it started to unfold, and then eventually she found out that she'd gone too far. As I said to her in one of the clips, I said, just tell the truth. And she didn't. She said, what do you think, I'm lying? And I just left it at that.
What was worse for you, Big Brother or prison?
Well, Big Brother is the most recent in my memory, so it was definitely, right now it feels like the worst, but it was a shorter period of time, but it was tough all the same. And you brought back some memories. You're sat in a garden and you're looking at the walls, and the only thing you can see is the sky above you. There's no real break in the landscape, and it was very like that in prison. So it was tough all the same.
And did you see the Big Brother experience as part of your redemption, or have you gone beyond that?
I don't think it was necessarily part of my redemption. You spend a lot of time looking at yourself, that self-reflection process, and you hope you've made change. So it was a case of putting myself back out there and people, or showing people the real me. Because I think I've not watched the show back, but I guarantee what you got was the real me. And if I'd come out to a lot of negative comments, it would have been quite damaging after 23 years of putting myself back together. So it was a real gamble for me. It's not the first gamble I've taken in my life, but it was a gamble because if it was negative, then it would have been quite hard to take because that was me.
So, I remember seeing you somewhere saying that the people who really have a go are 53-year-old chartered accountants.
Well, they're a bit older now. They're probably
They're
probably 60 now. But yeah,
so there's a certain generation think you will never get clear of the incident. But there are younger people who probably struggle to remember it. Do they?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the younger generation, know me now more for Big Brother than they do for causing the collapse of the bank. I will always be, or paramount in my thoughts, will always be the collapse of the bank and that embarrassing period of my life. But yeah, it's just when you turn up to events, there are a few people who refuse to attend. I think secretly they still do attend, but they tend to be the old fuddy-duddy chartered accountants.
Because they say he's making money from crime or something, or...
Yeah, and plus they think that, that what I did was very sophisticated, it was very meticulous, it was very well thought out, and that I sought to undermine the banking community in the UK. I think when you brush the surface of that aside and you see that's rubbish. It's very crude. I was trying to survive and did that very poorly over a 3-year period.